Bless you, Darren. Um, we're finally. Um, I and I guess you can say I created like a mini Ishiru because I got an inflatable wading pool and was crazy enough to inflate it myself, like and not with a because I didn't have a little electric pump or anything, and filled it with water, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just I'm just gonna like rinse off in the pool, which is sort of like the reason why the ancient temples they had a sacred lake. They had an artificial enclosure. I don't know. I wonder if the one for the temple of Mood may not have been artificial. It may have been fairly natural, but there was like a U-shaped lake, and the temple staff would go bathe in it to purify themselves before performing rituals first thing in the morning. And it was also the same water that they would float a barge with statue of the deity on when they would have a sailing festival. So it served multiple purposes, but I'm like, well, I guess I sort of have one in the backyard now, and it figures once I get it filled up, then I figure out where all the sweet gum balls are that I missed. But that's what happens when you have sweet gum trees. But howdy everybody. And feeling rough again today. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get to feeling better. Yeah. Howdy. So yes, we're back to our Friday broadcast, but we are continuing the days on the year with the birth of Seth. And I was kind of wondering what to offer him because I wanted to do something different, not do the same thing for everybody. And so I just grabbed this jar of cashew, brand new, unopened jar of cashew butter. My thinking is cashews are in the same family as poison ivy. And as yummy and delicious as they are, some people are allergic to them, and it's because of the same allergy that, you have to poison ivy. And I was thinking, you know what? That is like totally set speed. It's yummy, it's delicious, but it's related.
And some of you can't have it.
Yeah, it's related to something bad. So, and the funny thing with poison ivy is, it's a noxious weed and you can't touch it. But in the fall, it gives you some really pretty colors.
Well, thinking about it too, on that same logic, might he also like tomatoes?
Well, hey, they're red.
Deadly nightshade.
Yeah, they're red fruit. Yeah. So it would set like tomatoes. Well, we know that watermelon is associated with it. So watermelon's a good offering. People have also offered him strawberries. That's kind of a shared gnosis, is that set like strawberries. Also a red fruit, so it's possible, tomatoes too. And yeah, my gnosis is, cashews, cashew butters.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So, howdy, everybody. Okay, yeah, and you know what? It keeps telling me, oh, your connection is unstable. Just bear with us. It does that, and I'm starting to wonder if maybe they're throttling us or something crazy like that, but I don't know.
That's okay. Lots of my friends are unstable.
Okay, and Mario says, hey, everyone, not going to stay super long, so I'd ask if you can pray to Seth for my safe travel tomorrow. Got my engineering job, and I'm starting a new phase of my life. Wonderful.
Yay, good for you.
Yes, we'll say some prayers for you. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's funny, Celery was saying tomatoes being related to nightshade. She was thinking on the same lines as you. Tomatoes and peppers. Yeah. And also, and Sarah, don't worry that you're allergic to strawberries. Darren is too. He figured that out, much to his sadness.
Years ago.
Yeah. Um, but actually, I think potatoes are also in the nightshade family, and like the tuber is you can eat, but you cannot eat any other part of the plant. And if the potato starts to turn green, that's like it's producing an acid that is poisonous, so you can't eat that part.
Yeah.
So maybe it might be another one. Okay. And Sarah, pressure finding a new job, still searching for one. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's get this party started. And it figures. The forecast is saying clear for Monday, so I'm thinking, especially watching the how where the sun moved through the trees today, 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday for Brunpet. That's what I'm going to shoot for the broadcast. So, unless something else strange comes up with the weather, that's going to be the plan. So,
That would be 6:30 Eastern.
yes. Yeah, 3:30 Pacific. Okay. So Darren missed out on the cool waters yesterday, but we'll catch up today. Actually, I have to say thank you to Darren because yesterday he was helping to sort of counsel my younger brother. Um, we not only have an emotionally abusive parent, that's also his boss, and so he was having trouble with that yesterday. And Darren, was a good ear without. You kind of ran interference, so I didn't have to deal with it. So we were able to keep going, and hopefully my brother will have some clarity and decide what he wants to do from here. But in the meantime, these cool waters are upon my hands, and they purify me. As Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, Nature. Come unto you without falsehood, without evil. Our purity is upon our hands, purity is within our hearts. And we cast out all evil that pertains to us. We're pure, we're pure, we're pure, we're pure. It was nice and brisk, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah, and I think they're forecasting for like 99 degrees on Monday. So. Tis the season. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus shines like Ra between horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
The eye of Horus comes to the four corners of the world, to everyone who is tuning in live and in replay. This eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
And we welcome these days upon the year. Cyrus, Horus, the elder, and now Seth. And Sekhmet. She may protect us and protect those that are going to be traveling and that are making transitions. We're all making a transition into a new year, but we especially ask for protection for our friend Mario, who's starting a new engineering job. Congratulations. May it be a positive beginning. You arise in the Aketis Capri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and to Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time. Such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side. Such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side. Such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, and hail and praise unto you, O Sutek, chosen of Ra, and to you, O Nechiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. And may you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, through these days upon the year. Your protection being before us, and your strength being within us. Somehow I got a bunch of cookie crumbs in there. There we go, I got that out. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. Ayunachirina, Sutek. These waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, be tasted in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. Give you incense, great purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you, adorns you, takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. This, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Gardens prosper, and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, both your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure, pure is Seth within his house. Pure, because of all of these gods, this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi are set in every place that their mortal cons dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your body, O Sutek. Come to your body, O Yunichidu. Come unto your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings. Partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Sutek. All life comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them. All good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. Ora Harketi, your son, Osun Yesu, Nebkeperura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these your offerings, and receive them from our hands. The table of the blessed dead, the light is kindled. Their hearts may be refreshed. Poreke ta henkets kakao abdu senachimraha kutnebet nafret webet alchet nachirim and kawen achunibu ma nibu kirnishra. Voice offering, bread and beer, thousand of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives. For the cause of all of these, all true of voice for the great God. And I'm just going to peek over for a second so I don't miss anything. Yeah. Up until I think it was the late 1800s, people thought tomatoes were poisonous. And story goes that somebody observed cattle eating them and realized, oh, they're not like keeling over dead, so they must be okay. And somebody, someone in the comments is saying that someone who knew they weren't poisonous just like ate one in front of the whole town and like totally freaked him out. But yeah,
Yeah, immediately when you were talking about the cashews, it was like, ooh.
that's sarcastic.
That only that logic, and even also it's a red plant.
Yeah.
Go with tomatoes.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, and sarcastic is saying, of course, the only cloudy day all week is Seth's birthday. Oh yeah, yeah. We've had storms come up on Seth's birthday, so.
Yeah, for once we've had a pure, clear day.
Yeah.
But we had it the other day last night. There.
Yeah. And Devin asks, think Seth would like a beer? I think he would love a beer. Oh, neat. And Sarah went to the thrift shop today and found a mug from Luxor Casino. That's pretty cool. And so, let's see. Mary Grace says, we had a lovely theological conversation about Seth and what he represents today. I wonder if I should write an essay about it. Go right ahead. And that's a great thing to do. I've been kind of, I guess he's been on my mind too, and I kind of take issue with there's an interpretation of Seth which is I think kind of influenced by modern Kabbalistic magic, the idea that he's forceful but necessary change. I don't think that quite catches it. He's about confrontation. When you have to get up in somebody's face for some reason, that's his domain. What Darren, what you and your college buddy Alan would call a come to Jesus meeting.
Yep.
That's his domain. But also, the negative form of it, and that's the thing. And he's ambivalent. He can be either something very positive or something very negative. Because there were spells in the Greek magical papyri that if somebody wanted to break up a couple so that they could kind of slip themselves in there, they would ask Seth. And he was addressed as one who hates a house well founded. And so that's kind of a negative aspect, that was there, it was known about, and so you want to try and feed more to his positive side, like when another thing that I think is like that sudden emptiness that you feel when something has been abruptly gotten out of the way. That's Seth. That's that weird sort of emptiness that you have is his domain. Now again, that can be something good, it can be something bad. Oftentimes it's up to someone else or some further action to make something good of it. And if you think about the myth where Seth created a very large opening in the space of things, it was Aset and Isis and Nephthys that made something positive out of it, and they helped Osiris to kind of to indulge a pun, put himself back together. And so for Seth to work positive, oftentimes he has to have the help of other deities to make it a complete thing.
Yeah.
But the heat of the moment where he's at is in that space where you have that sudden emptiness, that sudden change. So there change is an element of it, but that's not the only thing there is to it. He's a lot more complicated than that. So that's my thought on him.
I think that therein probably is the best description you can give Seth. He is complicated.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that he does is he challenges us to face our own illusions. And I think a lot of times when he takes someone in and acts as their patron, his job is to make you look into yourself and, see what you're doing that you shouldn't be, and what are those bad habits that you need to drop. He's going to be the one that sits there and says, hey, you need to stop doing this. Whether or not you listen to him is up to you, but he's going to be the one telling you, stop kidding yourself. You don't need to be doing that. That's his bag. So, now there's one of the spells that they have for protection for the new year involves making a club of or staff of a certain type of wood. Now hang on, where's this is another spell for warding off the breath of vexation of the Kaitiu, the arrows, and the emissaries of Sekhmet. And it says to be spoken with a club of dis wood in the hand. Go outside and make a circle around the house. You will not die of the plague of the year. Now, figuring out what dis wood is kind of challenging. Tentatively, I was thinking myrtle, which is an old world plant. We don't have it here, but we do have crepe myrtle. So I got some crepe myrtle bark and also a little bit of oak from our oak tree we had to cut down. So, this is a good time to make, little things like that to, working your protective magic. This is the time of year to do that. And so the spell reads, retreat, Kaitiu. No breeze shall reach me to let Srawa demons rage against my face. For I am Horus, who passes by the Shemayu wanderers of Sekhmet. Horus, the sprout of Sekhmet. I am the unique one, the son of Bastet, and I shall not die on account of you. Now, the Shemayu wanderers of Sekhmet were also associated with certain stars. So, those negative stars that might, come up at certain times of the year, this is a good way to work against, a bad sign, astrologically speaking. But we will read for Seth. There we go. Hail, O Sutek, son of Nut, great of strength in the bark of millions, chosen one of Ra-Horaketi, bull who dwells in the northern sky, fearsome one at whom all lands tremble. Great is your war cry, great is your might. Your wasp scepter stretches over the sky. You stand at the zenith of the stars. Lord of storms, Lord of dread, your voice is thunder in the heavens. You slay the fiend from the prow of Ra's bark. Protect us from evil and grant us long life. Alrighty, and if anybody's got any other requests, and of course we have prayers for safe passages and for life, prosperity, and health for everyone. Long life for our friends and our loved ones, and we need to do our reading for the evening. And Seth, and tell us what message you have for us for the coming year. This is appropriate for Seth. Do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain.
Wow.
Now, especially putting that in context with everything else, let me read to you, starting from the last day of the year on the 12th, up through today. Everybody is ignorant, only on different subjects. Correction does much, but encouragement, everything. And we had 2 from Horace yesterday. Each day, compel yourself to do something you would rather not do. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. And now today, do the thing you fear, and the death of fear is certain.
Press on.
Yeah, but this is also about challenging your limitations
Mm-hmm.
and rising above them and stretching beyond one's comfort zone.
Uh-huh.
They're giving us a very loud and clear message on that.
Kind of a defying gravity type thing.
Yeah, but I have to say, this is the 3rd year we've done this, and it has never been quite so clear and unified and straightforward
Right.
as it has been this time.
Yes. The brothers are speaking with one voice.
Yeah, that's true, because they are all brothers.
Yeah. I mean, think about that for a minute. The brothers are speaking with one voice.
Wow. And honestly, it's a little intimidating. But that's challenging. That is Seth's department. So. Okay, and I see fortune cookie.
Well, we'll see what the ladies have to say tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so starting with. Okay, Yeah, and I know you guys were saying, did y'all had a little study group and you were wondering, asking if anyone had discussed the Hyksos period, and the funny thing is that particular time frame, the secrets on it, from what I understand, the Theban family, down in that part of the country that later, founded the 18th dynasty, 17th and the 18th, before that time frame, there was a minor king that we know of from, like, there's a stela of him, and his name was Wepwawet Seth, which means in the protection of Wepwawet. So that was his main god, and Wepwawet, of course, I'm telling Darren, looks very similar to Anubis, but we think he wasn't a jackal; he was an Egyptian wolf, and he was also a son of Osiris. And in Osiris's mysteries, where he would parade down to the cemetery, the procession was led by Wepwawet, who was the good son, that opened the way, because that's what his name means, the opener of the ways.
Right.
And he was the champion of his father. And he was the head god of a town called Asyut, I think, it's the more modern name. And there's been information about him, but it's come about more recently. He's not as well known unless you get talked to hardcore Kemetics like us. But there was a king that had him as his patron. But this was like during a period of, like, right before the Hyksos took over. There was a lot of, power was very fragmented at that point. So we only have like one little monument of him, because he couldn't, he didn't have the resources to commission a whole bunch of big stuff. So, but, okay, yeah, prayer that chaos in my life calms down. That I can understand. And prayer to Sutek for protection for everyone this hurricane season. Yes, although I personally, I think we're not going to have a really bad one because it's been so hot. Typically when it's like, you have a heat dome parked over us, then you're not going to have any hurricanes. But I guess my prayer is, if we're forced to make a choice between which would you rather, heat, or storms that, cause havoc, let's give us the lesser of two evils, I guess. But okay, so Daniel, sarcastic, then Devin. Prayers for peace and to help me understand the God's more. Yeah. Okay. See if they're necessary. Oh, howdy, Alejandro. Do we just? Okay. Daniel, sarcastic, Devin. We'll start with you three. So, okay. Yes, and Daniel, your handwriting was quite legible. The picture that you sent me, I was like, oh yeah, I can read that. Yeah, you should see Morgan's or my brother's. But okay. Daniel, education is not filling a bucket, but lighting a fire. So let your educational pursuits be something that drives you. Education is not filling a bucket, but lighting a fire. And sarcastic. It's always funny when I get them that just kind of hug the rim. That's like. Sarcastic. Beauty is in the mirror you look at every day. Enjoy your being.
You should appreciate you, dude.
Yes, appreciate yourself. Beauty is in the mirror you look at every day. Stop being so hard on yourself.
Yes.
Now, when Seth is telling you stop being so hard on yourself, dude, you must be beating yourself up. Don't do that.
His job.
Hey, don't do that.
His job.
Oh, goodness. Enjoy your being. Beauty in the mirror you look at every day. Okay. So that was sarcastic, and Devin, and then Kit. Okay. Devin and Kit, you guys got yours. That's like
Together.
yeah.
Which is appropriate.
Yeah. All right. And by the way, I get this sense that yes, even though in ancient times there were people that invoked Set to like break up, couples for someone else's benefit, I think he would rather not do that. So, please don't ask. Bless you. Please don't ask me to do that. because he was married too. So, all right. The first one: be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead. And the second one: better to do something imperfectly than to do nothing perfectly.
Amen.
Now, I think this is for both of you. This is going to be, whatever this opportunity is something for the two of you. So be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead.
Let me clarify.
Yeah.
It could be for only one of them, or it could be for both of them. But the entire point is, you have a couple here, so the couple must move forward as one.
And and speaking as a couple, an opportunity for one of us benefits both of us.
Yes, and
if it's a real opportunity and something good, then it's going to be a benefit for both of you.
Yes, whether it be direct or indirect. And that may mean that, one of you has to make sacrifices for the other one. But that's normal.
Yeah, and you trade off.
Yeah, but believe me, one of them's victory today is the other one's victory tomorrow.
Yeah.
We've seen it a lot in 26 years, I promise you.
Yes. So be prepared to accept a wondrous opportunity in the days ahead. And remember, better to do something imperfectly than nothing perfectly. So don't worry about, oh my God, am I going to screw this up? Just go for it.
Yeah.
And it's better to, end up learning from something than to just not have the opportunity and not learn the lesson at all.
Right. Failure is not nearly as criminal as low aim.
Yeah. Yeah, as not nearly as bad as never knowing.
Yeah.
Okay. And so then Blue Conlon and then Kyle Hinojosa. Okay, and hey, solemn son. Okay, you want a divination? Okay, cool.
He wasn't very solemn about it. Jeez.
All right. Creature of legend. Sarcastic. Like, did I really have Seth tell me to chill out? Yes, he did. Yes, you did. Fortunes. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so bear with me if it's buffering again. Wizard. Yeah, I know. I keep thinking of Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but okay, so we are at Blue Conlon, then Kyle Hinojosa, and then Akira. All right. Blue Conlon. Whoop. Blue Conlon, do not be overly judgmental of your loved one's intentions or actions. Now, loved one, that can be, doesn't necessarily have to be like a romantic lover, but
right. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be the dog.
Someone very close to you, but do not be overly judgmental of their intentions or actions.
Right. In other words, if you know they're a little silly or not quite there and they mean well, cut them a break.
Yeah, they might be going through a rough patch right now, or just they might be out of sorts for some reason.
Or this is maybe way out of their league and they're trying beyond their resources.
Yeah, and Seth is actually telling you to cut them a break.
Yeah. Yeah, when Seth is telling people cut folks a break and telling other people to chill out. Y'all listen. So some of y'all need to go have a beer.
Okay, so Kyle Hinojosa. Here it is. I tried to run away. Here we go. Wow. Kyle, don't panic. 2 words. That's all it says. Don't panic.
You realize they're being very to the point tonight.
Yeah, it's just I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, she's
Just
trying
says-
to even show you.
Yeah. Don't panic. So whatever's going on, try not to like go nuts over. Just don't panic. Okay. All right, so Akira and then Sarah Austin. And then celery. By the way, Akira, I stumbled onto an EMS subreddit today. I was trying to Google something, and boy, there was some crazy stuff in there. Okay, Akira, doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do is happiness. Doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do is happiness. And loving what you do, even if it's not like, even if you're not at your dream job, or your dream point just yet, if you're enjoying what you're doing, then you're in the right place. That loving what you do is happiness. And doing what you love is freedom, and sometimes freedom can be a little scary, but I don't see anything negative in here. This is doing what you love is freedom. Loving what you do is happiness. So that was Akira, and now Sarah Austin. Here we go. All right, it's down here. Okay. Right when I was about to ask, Seth, did you eat the cookie? Just Sarah, do not wish to be anything but what you are, and try to be that perfectly. Don't try to be something you're not. Do not wish to be anything but what you are, and try to be that perfectly. And sometimes that means accepting, acknowledging limitations and learning to work with them. But don't be, anything but what you are, and do that to the best of your ability. Try to do that perfectly. So, okay, so celery and then Alejandro. There's one just like hanging on the rim here. Okay. That's it. That one too. So celery, here you go. Basketball, that'll be like one of those rim huggers, right? You know, there's
One of those weird ones that just balanced on the rim and didn't do anything.
yeah. Okay, wow. Celery, be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. And adding to that, before you receive, you must give.
That's an important lesson.
Before you receive, you must give. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. And when classes start back up too, that's a good thing to keep in mind. If you're, because I know you're in art school, and I can remember first year was a challenge, but the second year was really where I had to push and kind of find there's where you reach a point where you think you know a lot and you think you're good at what you're doing, but then you figure out, oh, I still have all of this room to go, and I can be better still, and it gets, you it's like, wait a minute, I've got to work even harder. But then once you do, and you get used to that higher energy level, then you start putting out really good stuff. I mean, Darren, wouldn't you agree?
Look, when you're tired, push. And when you're beyond tired, push again. You'll find another gear. Trust me.
Yeah, because Darren watched and he sat with me in classes and stuff like that. Watched me work on things.
And I was with her for every late night, and I have been for 27 years.
Since 1996.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 26 years. Yeah. But before you receive, you must give. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. Okay, and Alejandro, and I'll scroll down and kind of catch up as soon as we read his. There we go. Fortune for 20. Let's just do it that way. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And I think I need a bigger bowl for these. Okay, Alejandro. Every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit.
Knowledge is the seed of adversity. It really is.
Well, it says every adversity carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit.
Yeah.
So,
Pay attention.
yeah, whatever kind of tough times you might be dealing with, be it at work. I know you've had a lot of questions about that in the past. There's going to be an opportunity for something better. So keep that in mind as you're dealing with, the day-to-day brouhaha. Okay, and I see Nocturnal Witch. I'm going to assume you're wanting one. I think there's somebody else who asked for one. Yes. I see. Yes, I'm scrolling down. I'm seeing some more. So bear with me. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose the place in line. So we're going to go Nocturnal Witch, and then Cam Groshans, and then 9/11. There we go. So, Nocturnal Witch. As long as you don't wear your sunglasses at night. Wow. Nocturnal Witch, it says, enjoy life. It is better to be happy than wise. Although I think it was, oh gosh, I can't remember exactly who it was that said it, but there's an Enigma album that quotes it. But the path of excess leads to the Tower of Wisdom. But they're saying, enjoy life. It is better to be happy than wise. Another wrapper. Okay, and Cam. Your turn. There we go. Cam Groshans, I think. Let us know if I'm mangling that. Cam, don't build your happiness on others' sorrow. That's pretty straightforward there. Don't build your happiness on others' sorrow. Okay, and oh wow. 16 books of shadows, all cursive. It's funny. When I got to a point where I didn't have to write in cursive anymore, I stopped. And just everything I write is in print, and it's not that I can't write in cursive. It's just I'm more used to doing it the other way. Ever to each their own. Anyone who does write in cursive and can do it well, I'm like, more power to you, because I love Morgan to death, but his handwriting in cursive is like, it's not as bad as my younger brother's, but it is still kind of like,
Mine wasn't grand, but now it's a lot worse.
Well, you have a legitimate excuse. Okay. Scrolling back. Okay, so yeah, I got that. Okay, 9/11, and then Solemn Sun. Okay, and then Creature of Legend. All right, so 9/11. Why not? Okay, 9/11. Everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. Everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. So, the appearance is not going to tell you the whole story. So, be alert for the bigger picture. So everything that we see is a shadow cast by that which we do not see. Okay. Yeah, and this solemn sun, then creature of legend. Solemn. Like I said, I'm starting to think I need a criminy. I need a bigger bowl. Solemn sun. Courage is the hallmark of the warrior. Time to settle up, I guess. Courage is the hallmark of the warrior. So in your case, Seth is saying, be brave and go for it. And now for creature of legend. That one's not messing around either. Creature of legend. Drastic means are not as necessary as you think. So yes, Seth is actually telling you to whoa on this. Drastic means are not as necessary as you think. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and catch up and see where we're at. I kept the chat where it was so I wouldn't lose anybody's fortunes. Okay, I see Jessica Legtuck. Okay, sorry, lots of talking about chicken offerings. Yes. Second down. Oh, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Dude, that started out as a book. And it was a classic, like a cult favorite. And then they made a movie out of it finally, like, what was it, the Double Aughts, I think? And it was, the book had already been out for a long time. And of course, not everyone who was a fan of the book, would agree that, the movie did it justice. But yeah, lots of memes and like nerd jokes that came from that. I haven't read it myself, but it's kind of like Monty Python. Even if you haven't seen all of it, people quote it enough that you kind of just by osmosis pick things up.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that had Alan Rickman's involved with his voice.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's based on that too.
Okay. Let's see. 1996. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're talking about yeah. Oh wow. But the cookie. Oh, and it appears that I got a big G1 Galvatron today with the Matrix necklace, including Med Impulse. Wait a minute, was it the one that said Transformers Legends? Because it's funny, I picked one up yesterday. Was it from Walmart? Because if you were to see how many Galvatrons I have just in this room, he's surpassed only by G1 Starscream. So, and they have kind of a competition going. But okay, so Jessica Lacto. I got this other thing right. My current situation. Awesome, cool. Okay, and Ardrina Mystique, cool. All right, so Jessica Lactot and Ardrina Mystique. So Jessica. Yep, there we go. Oh, no, wait. Okay, here it is. Well, that's unique. Here we go. All right, bear with me, guys. I gotta just turn that French squeeze on. Okay. Jessica, don't just spend time, invest it. And to read it again, don't just spend time, invest it. I get the sense that they're telling you, be deliberate about something. Don't just, because we'll kill time on things. So don't just spend time. Invest it. Now for Audrina. Okay. Oh, wow. Audrina, yours also says, don't panic. This is interesting. Seth is telling some of us to like chill out. But I think it also means that, if you're worried about something that's going on right now, don't panic. Fred and Megatron had switched places. So you have Fred from Scooby-Doo chewing out Starscream. This is all done as a comic panels. Fred from Scooby-Doo is chewing out Starscream as Megatron would. And then meanwhile, Megatron is standing there saying, well, Shaggy, you and Scooby go and do da-da-da-da. And meanwhile, Daphne and I will check out the haunted graveyard. Then Daphne's all like cuddled up against him. It was completely ridiculous. I was like, this is so funny. And it would have been a great thing to have signed, years later. But, I don't know who the artist was. Maybe they have it online somewhere. But, they had a nice print of it for sale, and I didn't get it. And I'm like, I should have done that. So don't feel bad for money you did spend, because you'll feel worse for the things that you passed up. That's my collector's advice. Oh goodness, the connection was bad. Oh, okay. Hang on. Timestamp. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, so Audrina, I see that you missed yours. It was very simple. Don't panic. So, whatever's going on, don't worry. It's going to be okay. Seth is telling you, don't panic. Okay, yeah, and it keeps telling me, your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. It's like I said, I'm starting to wonder if Comcast is throttling us or something. I'm going to have to get Darren to talk to them and say angry customer things, because we're supposed to have very good connection speed, but I don't know if it's because of the time of night or because of the hot weather or what.
And make him do it as Megatron.
Okay. Oh, hi, Selbek. Oh, dude, don't worry about being late. You're here. That's the important thing. And yeah, we're running kind of long, but I'd rather make sure that I got everybody. So